sensors are pretty durable. I mean, don't go using them as target practice, and they're good to go.
Thank you for saving my husband.
Even after all this time, we're still living hand to mouth. Nothing ever changes, no matter how hard I try. Thank God. I thought the Shaw gang was going to kill all the hostages in the bank. You were amazing. Thank you. We wouldn't have made it without you. Listen, I have nothing. Less than nothing. My family moved here from Sidonia, hoping for a better life. Sometimes I just feel cursed. And I could live with that if it was just me. But Simone? And little Liv? So many people here look past my family being UC and are just like that. Kind. A real sense of community. I just need a job and we could be happy here. Sorry, you should feel good. Super good about what you did at Galbank. You want to talk about anything?
Hi, how you doing?
Credits can't really buy you. It's the simple things that bring joy.
Amira, how are you doing?
I can't complain. Someone said some of the food from crops got a little damaged.
Yeah, the Thresher's programming had a glitch, and it tore right through a couple of fields.
The crops?
I'll save you the trouble. Weston's already approved me sending it to you. It won't be pretty, but perfectly edible.
Much appreciated, Mr. King.
Just want to do right by my wife, you know? She deserves the best I can give her.
My husband and I work hard to feed Aquila City. You might have had a meal with produce we farmed.
Step right in, ma'am, and feast your eyes on the marvelous attractions of Honest Earl's Alien Extravaganza.
I can read the sign.
Of course you can, but can you believe your senses? Creatures great and small from the furthest reaches of the settled systems.
Here, in the stretch?
Yes, right here, right now. Things you would never see in a million years for just a small price of admission.
Huh. Well, it's not that much.
Come right in. Who knows what mysteries lie inside the
admission is kind of
dialectically
cheap.
famous
Probably worth a
Alien
laugh, at least.
Extravaganza.
It'll be nice to see some animals in person.
Welcome, welcome. Let me ask you a simple question, friend. Are you prepared to see something so wondrous and strange that you're sure never to forget it? I'm offering you the chance to see something truly exotic and unique. Now, a small remittance is involved, yes, but if you allow me to explain, I think you'll agree it's a price that's more than fair. With pleasure. We got animals from the deepest, darkest corners of the settled systems. What you'll see will delight and amaze. Just a modest fee, and you can feast your eyes. I envy you, truly, for this opportunity. Step right through this door and take as long as you like perusing the menagerie. Oh, and please don't attempt to feed the creatures. In fact, it's best if you don't touch them either. An enterprising mind, a keen sense of fairness, and a love for the hard-working folk of this city. Well, that's what Honest Earl is known for. I must ask, if you or your loved ones are weak of heart, or of delicate, though you may be leaving, memories you make here?
You got some good news, I hope? Well, that's that then. So, this next part, it's a bit delicate. See that guard tower across the way there? I need to get in there and make a few small modifications to the terminal inside. I don't have the processing power to collate all the data that'll be coming in from the sensors. The existing network does. Oh goodness, I really am bad at communicating sometimes. I have that part well in hand. The, guard standing outside there, he's not gonna let me in. I need you to distract him.
Hacking the system isn't how we should be distracting that guard, but I'll follow your lead.
I should only need a few moments. So, I don't know, convince him to take a break or something. Or if you're feeling particularly rebellious, maybe give him some official business to attend to. I believe it's what Davis would refer to as a ruckus. As soon as you've got him occupied, I'll scoot in and out before anyone notices. Okay? Let's do this.
spacesuit. What brings you to the wall? Boredom? Because if that's what you're looking for, you've hit the jackpot. And I'm just supposed to take this on what? Faith? Yeah, I hope so. I'd like to think so. Yeah, I remember now. Yes, I believe you. Just don't do anything I'll regret, okay?
Ecologies are living things. They move, they change. The way we handle Ashta works for now. So we have to be prepared. That's all settled then. Thanks for the assist. Hope you're none too worse for wear. And yet, you have aided in the advancement of science. Once enough data has been collected, I'll have the proof I need to convince them, especially Davis, that my technology is useful. If you're curious, come back tomorrow. I might even have preliminary findings.
Hey there. Glad to see you again.
Please be careful with Mr. Wilson. I have a feeling he's just looking for an excuse with me. Oh, it's you. I got the data from the seismic sensors, and I need help. Nothing that would get you in trouble this time. Promise. I need someone to go talk to Davis Wilson. He isn't speaking to me. None of the security folks are, actually. Oh, thank you. It's really nice to hear that when others just don't seem to care. Remember the sensors you helped me set up around the city? Well, Davis Wilson is pretty angry about it. I suppose I should have expected that, but now no one involved with security is willing to talk to me. At all. And I really need to coordinate with them because the data I'm getting from the sensors is, well, it's off. Not what I expected at all. Kinda everything. The timing of the results, the strength of the signals. I did a lot of research on the Ashta before I started this project, and none of it lines up like it should. Well, the thought has crossed my mind that maybe they have things a little too under control. Look, I know I screwed up here. I went behind Davis's back and did what he told me not to. I don't expect him to talk to me. But this, I'm not gonna lie, it looks an awful lot like someone has been purposely messing with the system. I can't just stroll up and accuse him of anything, but maybe someone, you I'm thinking, could just ask around, see if something is going on. I'd really appreciate it.
People around here think we own Aquila. They're wrong. The Ashta do. Don't mean to be rude, but I got a lot of things on my plate right now, so unless this is important, I'm gonna have to ask you to come back some other time. Oh, did you now? And did that perhaps come from a certain entitled so-called inventor who's caused me no end of headaches? Right, of course you are. Well then, concerned citizen, there have been some unpleasant developments of late. I'm not gonna name names, but you and I both know damn well who to thank. She made my life a lot more difficult, but I don't have time to deal with that right now. I have more important things to worry about. Been tracking Ashta for a long time now, and suddenly their behavior doesn't add up. Probably not a coincidence. You don't know that. I don't know that. But at least I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. Now, I need to get back out there and get some eyes on this situation. Since you so interested, looks like you can handle yourself. You want to join me? Yeah, I've heard more than a few hunters say something similar. They nearly all apologize for it later. Gear yourself up however you need to and meet me at the gate. We'll head out from there. All right, you ready to head out there? Okay then. Just stick close to me, keep your head on a swivel, and you'll be fine. We'll be back before you know it. And maybe we'll get some answers.
You do not want to go outside the city walls. The Ashta will rip you apart.
This is what I'm talking about, these tracks. They're all wrong. The spacing, the depth, just doesn't make any sense. Let's keep going. The Ashta are clever, but they're usually predictable. These tracks don't follow any other paths I expect them to. It just doesn't add up. Looks like the tracks head this way. What in the hell? This is one of our security bots. Someone sent this thing out to mimic the Ashta? Why in the world? Shit, you hear that? Eyes up, we got incoming.
Let's do this.
Are you shooting at flies now?
Beyond the wall is no day trip. You know how to handle yourself. Most times someone encounters an Ashta, they panic. Not you. But now I got even more questions. Who in the hell did this, and why? No, I expect not. Someone from Aquila Security did this. We're the only ones that have access to these robots or can change their orders. I need to check this over, see if I can find some more details. But while I do that, I need you to run back to the city. Check the access logs on the computer in the barracks. Look for whoever signed for this thing last. I'll meet you in the city when I'm done here.
nutrient levels within acceptable parameters.
So we're gonna have a house, Mom? That's what Mr. Tate is working on. We'll have to move out when construction begins.
A for real house, like the ones in the core?
It's not going to be a manor house, honey, but 4 walls, a roof, floor.
Can Audrey move in with us?
Maybe. Mr. Tate says he's starting with 4 houses, so we'll have neighbors.
This is so cool! I'm gonna make a big thank you card for Mr. Tate.
All I need is work to pick up, and things may really turn around.
Living in the stretch ain't that bad. Plenty of kids to play with.
Carrots are coming in nice. Still have some potatoes to harvest.
Looks like it's gonna be a good year. Maybe you should expand. As long as you stay clear of wheat, I can pretty much sell anything you grow.
That's not how the co-op works. We take care of the members first. And sell what we don't need for maintenance.
I'm just saying, you can make this side business your full-time business. I could stake you if money's concerned.
The whole community tends the garden. This isn't the UC, sir.
No harm, no foul. I mean, some of that work was even pretty good. Almost hated to clean it up.
Well, just keep an eye on it. If the water filtration gets busted, it's bottled water until we get it back up and running.
It's just kids being kids. It'll be fine.
He did a good job. You'd have no idea it was a mess yesterday.
Honestly,
My bet is
the
whoever
graffiti
tagged
added
the
a lot of
water
color.
equipment was from the stretch.
Whoever tagged the water equipment has a career in art. I should have taken a picture.
Would it be too much to ask if we stopped by Laredo Firearms and took a look around?
If it weren't for the walls, the whole town would be an Ashta buffet. Oh, hey there. Back already. Davis said something about you going on patrol with him? He's... he's all right, isn't he? Nothing, bad happened out there. Oh, no. Look, people getting hurt was never part of it. Davis has just been so stressed over this whole thing with that woman and her sensors, and it's been affecting him on the job. The damn robot was just supposed to stomp around, mess up her data, and then come back. I didn't know it would rile up the Ashta so much, and it wasn't supposed to break down. It won't matter. I really screwed this up.
You're lucky, Bailey. If it was me, I wouldn't be so lenient.
We need to get to the bottom of it. The robot's internals are fried, so I came up empty. You have any better luck than I did? Know who's responsible? You serious? Oh, Bailey, what were you thinking? My own people sabotaging equipment. Whole world's gone crazy. Well, I'm gonna have to go deal with this. Thanks for helping out. I'll kick some credits your way. May not be much, not made of money around here. You might want to give Miss Alpin some time to get clean data. Might be her research. Well, it might prove useful.
Whoa. Aren't you the one who took down the Crimson Fleet? Buddy and Sistef was telling me all about it. Pretty amazing stuff.
We need to be smarter, better in the way we handle the Ashta. Hey, how have you been? Staying out of trouble? I suppose you could. Things here have been... well, they're better. The ice has thawed a bit between me and Davis. We'll probably never be friends, but at least we're on speaking terms now. I think he finally appreciates the value of my research. Yeah, we're much better as a team, even if it is a cautiously engaged one. In fact, speaking of Davis, I have to confess, I'm a little worried about him. In analyzing the recent data, I've isolated readings suggesting that someone is making patrols far more often than in the recent past. I don't have any direct evidence, but I know it's Davis. It's gotta be. I'm worried that everything I've inadvertently put him through is kinda, I don't know, pushed him over the edge, or at least a little too close to it. No, he's not. He's out there at least 4.5 times as frequently. There's something else going on. I'm better with statistics and circuits than I am with people. I've already made a mess of this situation. Do you think you could go speak to him? If nothing else, it would ease my conscience.
I can't believe Bailey did such a bonehead move. Oh, brother. Why is it every time I see your face, I bet a headache's gonna follow shortly after? All broken up about it, I'm sure. So what can I do for you? And there's the headache. Ah, that woman, I swear. Even though we've smoothed over most of the rough spots, she still manages to strike a nerve without even trying. No, I know she's not. Might not have believed it when she first showed up in the town, but she's been honest and on the level. When we were out there and we found that robot, obviously that threw me for a loop. Still can't believe one of my own people will pull a stunt like that, endangering us all. But the more I thought about it, that whole episode doesn't account for some of the tracks I saw out there. Too large, too spread out. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. If there's a bigger Ashta out there, something meaner than what we've seen so far, I have to know. I tell you what, if you and Kiona are worried, why don't you just come with me then? Either I get an extra gun in the fight, or you get to laugh at the old man and say, I told you so. I'll give you a chance to gear up if you need it. And, maybe grab the biggest gun you got. Just in case. All right. You know, Keone showed me her data. She's a clever kid. She's got a lot of things figured out. I think we can make some real improvements in the future. She had a couple sets of data that she thought were erroneous or something. Seems to me that might not be. Bigger, faster, Ashta sounds like it matches up with the tracks I've seen. But, I tell you, I'm hoping she's right, and it's just a glitch. And, no need to tell her I said that. Wouldn't want it going to her head. All right, here we are. Let's head this way. I remember a story from the first time I was here. I totally forgotten about it till recently. Every so often, you get independent types who think that they can succeed when everyone else can fail. Some of them stride off into the wilderness, certain that they're going to make more credits than anyone in history. Mining, botany stuff, whatever. Warnings just don't get through to them. Most of them don't come back. But this one-time miner from some corporation or other, he drags himself back into the city bloody and half dead. Claimed he seen an Ashta big as a house out there. The older guys all said he was delirious. And me, well, I was new as anything and just listened to him. Now, though, I'm wondering if maybe it wasn't just blood loss and heat stroke. Maybe he really did see something. Maybe I should have come out here a long time ago. Shit, that's gotta be it! No matter what happens, you make it back to the city and tell them about this. You hear me?
Did you hear that? Well, that's that.
If we didn't have proof, nobody would believe us about the Alpha. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't think we were gonna make it through that. If you hadn't been with me, no way I'd be standing right now.
There's no way we could allow that to happen.
I mean, it does, and it doesn't, you know? We got out alive this one time. That's good. But this ain't gonna be the last time we have to deal with this. Now that we know these things are out here, we need to track them and keep them out of populated areas. And that plan is gonna need everybody. So, I'm gonna swallow my pride a bit here and ask you to go tell Keone what we found. Let her know that her data wasn't an error and that she needs to focus on it. Oh, don't worry about me. Thanks again for saving my ass.
It's been a pretty good year.
Davis should be more careful. The data shows the Ashta are more active. So, what happened? So, I was right? My data was accurate? I can't believe I second-guessed it. You know, I was really hitting a point where I was starting to think maybe this was all a mistake. That I stuck my nose into something I shouldn't have. Davis was so certain they had everything under control that they didn't want or need my help. But they did, didn't they? Yeah, you're right. If anything, this has proven I should trust my instincts. I need to get to work on this immediately. But while I've been sitting around, I whipped up a little something for you. I thought it was funny. Now that I'm giving it to you, I'm hoping it's not in really poor taste. Anyway, thank you. Again.
Takes everything I've got to keep the low house open. But it still doesn't feel like enough. Got a moment to hear about the low house? It mean a lot to me, and to others.
Those sad sacks in my home?
Won't help Marco find a job. Least we could do.
Good to know there's still some folks who can take an interest in the welfare of others. The low house is a place where folks down on their luck can get a hot meal and a bed to sleep in. More importantly, they can do it with some dignity. No need to beg or steal. Everything's given with no questions asked, and no favors owed. I run a place. Have for years. But to do it, I have to rely on the kindness of others.
If you don't want to them, what about their little one, Liv?
I've had enough of this.
What do you think I'm doing this for my benefit? I'm doing it because once, a long time ago, I was a guest at the Low House. I was the one who needed saving. Trying to, anyway. Look, I'll be honest with you. We get a little help from some other wealthier folks in the city. But it's barely enough. It takes credits to provide for those in need. And I'm hoping you'll be willing to contribute. If you can spare a few credits, it'll do a lot of good. Thank you. I don't know if you believe in karma, but I do. I think you just earned yourself some.
What's the word for that again? It's on the tip of my tongue.
If you're serious, I'm drowning in work. Philborn Agricultural Systems feeds basically everyone in the stretch. Bless the Philborn brothers. But their latest IntelliWheat shipment is late. I'm not worried yet, but getting there. Could you ask Sarah Philborn what the holdup is, very politely? We buy it at a deep, deep discount, below their costs. I know not everyone approves of Henry getting more into brewing, but I don't care. The whole family has earned my eternal thanks. This is a huge help. If there's anything you can do to speed up the wheat delivery, please do it. I'll have more work for you when you get back.
A good business person shouldn't let their personal attachments become an obstacle to success.
If you're here for Weston, he's underfoot somewhere. Either here or at the factory. But please, if it's about that brewing nonsense, kindly leave. They don't need any more encouragement.
Dear me, no, Weston's a fine man. If anything, that's why I want more from him. He could do even greater things, if only he could see that. Oh, sorry. My nerves are frayed. So many people coming and going for the company. Weston, that's my husband. Well, he's never been what I'd call a dreamer or a visionary. He's a practical man, good with ledgers and numbers. His brother Henry's the creative one, but he seems to have lost interest in growing the company, and now all he wants to do is brew beer. Filburn Agricultural Systems could provide the whole of the settled systems with food, not just Aquila City. Seems those two are content to think small. Well, I wish you were the one I had to convince. Well, you didn't come here to hear me natter on. Anything else? I know, we're late. It's been this whole frustrating episode. Short version, the farming equipment outside the walls needs to be manually rebooted. But the guards aren't going to be able to send people to fix it for days. We're committed to helping the unfortunates on the stretch, but the Ashta are just too dangerous for us to send someone. You would do that? If you get it rebooted, I'll get the harvest going ASAP. We can get the wheat to Amira quick. I'll talk with my husband, but I'm sure we could arrange payment. You'd be helping our business too, after all. Just be careful. Ashta are very dangerous.